Sleep is on the way. शुभांकर से बात हुई थी सुरेश आपकी?
उनसे बात नहीं करी।
नहीं हुई? ठीक है,
इसलिए नहीं करी कि वो दूसरे क्लब से
हाँ ठीक है, इट्स फाइन। वैसे तो आई थिंक आ ही जाएंगे, नहीं आएंगे तो क्या ही कर सकते हैं। करें स्टार्ट?
जस्ट एक मिनट, ये इसको ना लाइव कर देते हैं फिर। हाँ जी, हाँ बिल्कुल लेके जाओ सब आप। इट्स योर चॉइस कि कैसे करना है आपने। योर कनेक्शन इज अनस्टेबल। आज बड़ा
दिस इज गोइंग टू बी अ चैलेंज। इनका आप किससे कनेक्ट कर रखा है आपने?
जियो प्रो से ही बोलते हैं ये करने के लिए
अच्छा,
ना, यही इनका बेस्ट है।
जियो प्रो है इनका, और क्या है? प्रो है, प्रो 3 है इसका, और कम है, ये भी कम
ये
है ISVS का, यही मैक्सिमम है इनका। एक्चुअली नॉट गुड।
चलो शुरू करो, कोई देखते हैं इसको किस टाइम।
देख लो, अदरवाइज जी फिर प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी ना। ठीक, मैं करूँ स्टार्ट?
हाँ, तो आप लाइव नहीं करते।
Good afternoon, Toastmasters. Welcome to the Gurugram Dronacharya Toastmasters Club's meeting number 44th. I'm your Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Rahul, and I'll be ensuring the logistics of this meeting run smoothly. And before we even begin, let me first of all introduce the club mission that we all adhere to. Let me recite the club mission for you. We at Toastmasters provide positive and supportive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop oral communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Now, Toastmasters, there are a few ground rules that we all have to strictly adhere to, but I forgot them all, so I'll need your help to recite them. But first of all, I have one activity for all of us. Just bring out our phones, please. Online contestants, don't do that. Otherwise, you'll lose connection. So what we'll do is basically press this volume down button so that it goes on mute and it does not hamper anybody, and we don't have to listen to your ringtone, essentially. All right, now it's time to introduce the rules. And today I'm trying to do some activity regarding the rules. So if whatever, yeah, please come in. So if I'll give you a statement, if that is something that we do, you shout do. And if it is something that we don't do, then you said don't. Okay. So we have to listen to your ringtone. Do or don't. Perfect. I was expecting more enthusiasm, but that is fine. Okay. The next one is we talk about politics, sex, and religion in the meeting. Yeah. Perfect. Then we have whenever somebody's speaking on stage, we just move around and leave the room whenever we want to. Perfect. And whenever somebody is on stage, we applaud.
Yes.
Perfect. And you always laugh on Toastmaster Rahul's joke.
Yes. No.
I see some mixed reaction, but I'll take it positively. Anyway, Toastmasters, now it's time for me to call upon stage our presiding officer. So our president for the club is someone who has experience in sales for more than 15 years. And currently, he is selling Toastmasters memberships to all of us. He's an avid runner. He used to run a lot before his marriage to chase girls. And finally, he's a very enthusiastic member of our club. And he is a content creator. So we asked him to set up all these cameras for us. With this, Toastmasters, let's call upon stage our presiding officer and the president of the club Toastmaster Suresh Sen.
Thank you so much, Sergeant at Arm Toastmaster Rahul. Really appreciate your introduction. Thank you so much. And with that, let me welcome you all with huge round of applause, everyone. So how's the Joes, guys?
Hi, sir.
How much high?
Little bit high.
But it doesn't look like. So okay, so let me do the same activity. I'll clap once, you'll clap twice, right? The same way. So I'll clap two times, then 4 times. So if anyone misses on that, what they will do? Rahul? They will clap one more time. Okay, that's great. But they need to clap it by like this. Okay? Right? And but ensure that you don't take time as I clap, quickly clap without taking time. If you are taking time, then definitely you need to do the activity, right? Sure? Done? Please come in the center.
Please do the honors.
Please do the honor. We could not see.
Excuse me this time.
Simple activity. Okay.
Yeah.
Complete. Everyone, let's be honest. Yes. Divya? Yeah. Great. You all are great people and have very great communication, observation, and calculation skills. Very well done. Let's begin with the introduction of our guest. So we have one guest today online, guest Kunal Dev. Guest Kunal, I invite you to introduce you, all of us, your introduction, how you come to know about Toastmasters, and what brought you here, and what are your expectations from this meeting. Over to you.
Hi, Suresa. Thanks for inviting me here. So currently I'm in Jharkhand. So I was in Gurgaon before. So I joined the Toastmaster Millennium Club. I have been there as a guest for 2 times, and I was very much interested in joining that. But due to some reason, I have to come to my home. So I feel that Toastmaster is one of the club that can help me enhance my personal development as well. And I am into like software sales and marketing now. So that's all from my side.
Great. Welcome to the club. And we look forward to have you as member of our club. And we hope that we, can give you the meeting that is over and above your expectation.
Yes, you're looking forward to it.
Yeah, of course we will do that. So let me share something which I, kind of heard today, and I would love to share with all of you. So bear me with this reading. So this I couldn't do, remember and memorize, but I'll read it for you all by saying it. So life is not always smooth. Some days it tests your patience. Some days reward your effort. But every single day gives you a chance to grow, to learn, to rise again. Speak kindly, smile often, and never let a rough day make you forget how strong you are. Bajao Dali, thank you so much. For the benefit of our guests, let me introduce you all to the Toastmaster meetings, how this happens. Usually, Toastmasters meeting happens in 3 parts. There are prepared speeches. The Toastmaster prepare their speeches as per the Toastmaster educational path. These are usually 5 to 7 minutes. Then the second part is the evaluation section, how a person will improve. Definitely that's through feedback. So each of the person who came on this slide, who come on this stage, get feedbacks. That's how they get improvement. And the third section is the impromptu speaking. That's the most exciting and most fun section, wherein everyone gets a topic on the spot and then we expect him or her to deliver at least for 2 minutes of speech, and that's too in the form of story for this club at least. But however, we appreciate if it is not in the form of story also, that is also okay. But come and speak. That's what is the minimum requirement. With that, let me open this meeting officially, and it's time to invite the Toastmaster of the day for this meeting. In fact, Toastmaster of the evening, who is none other than our division director, Toastmaster Utkarsh, in red kurta, the charming man, the most eligible bachelor. Let's give a huge round of applause and welcome him. Thank you so much.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Suresh, for beautifully introducing the meeting and setting up the context. Now, you must be wondering that in the sea of married guys here, I mean, I'm not sure everyone's married, but why of all me has chosen a theme on weddings, right? You must be thinking. Of course, there was a reason, because lots of weddings are coming up. And I recently read an article which said that around 32 lakhs weddings will be solemnized in the next 2 months in India, like November and December. And around 3.75 lakh crore of trade would be taken, would be dealt via these marriages. And I was like, these are mind-boggling numbers, right? These are huge. Firstly, I thought that, I should just ditch everything and become a wedding planner because, of course, I am broke and this would be a fantastic arena to kind of venture to. But then, of course, the reality sink in. I realized it's not that easy. So I thought, let's just have a Toastmaster meeting and talk about weddings in particular. So here I am within my red kurta and trying to talk about weddings in India. They are fun for sure. Online audience, I think they can hear us, right? Yeah. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll talk about weddings, the rituals, the relatives, the drama of relatives that come into the picture. Of course, we'll talk about the institution of marriage, how it's changing. But weddings in general, or marriage, has been a very, very important aspect of our society. There's no two ways about it. We are a very family-oriented society, and marriage is something which kind of is the bond which creates those family around, right? And we're also famous for having these a week-long weddings. India is really famous for that, or South Asia in particular. And we're also famous for having these big, fat Indian weddings, which we'll definitely talk about. Before all of that, let's have a quick exercise. I mean, we're having a lot of exercise. Let's have one more. So I will quickly ask you quick questions, and you have to just raise your hand if you kind of agree with that. All right. How many of you are married here? Come on, dude. How many of you are married and pro-marriage here?
Pro, what is the meaning?
Pro-marriage, as in like you believe in marriage, or you believe that marriage is something that should happen and it's good for you. Okay. There's someone who... We will talk about it for sure. Okay. How many of the ones who, general, like not the ones who are married, believe in the institution of marriage, like pro-marriage? Fantastic. Fantastic. All right. I think I'll go with you for sure. Let's have some, you can't be alone, right? I'll come to you with that. So we'll have a debate on whether, institution of marriage is changing, all of those stuff. The other thing that I want to have is, what's the first word that comes to your mind when you hear the word weddings, or Indian weddings in particular? Let's have that exercise first quickly. We'll start from there. Mandi, Toastmaster Mandi. What's the first word? Like it's rapid fire. Kuch bhi. Anything. Clothes, fantastic. I mean, of course, they are a big, big part. We spent a lot of fortune for our, perfect dresses for the events. And now this whole concept of having those fixed, you get these are the theme and these are the colors that you have to choose from. So that also happens. Fantastic. Sureshji.
Lots of gulab jamun.
Oh, for sure. Food. Yes.
And vitamin E. Vitamin A for eyes.
Vitamin A. Okay. Toastmaster Divya. Oh, yes. Food. Definitely. Toastmaster Mohit. Yours. True. Very true. Toastmaster Rahul.
I would say the extravagance that people use as pro and money.
Agreed. For sure. Yes, we'll come to them as well. But before, okay, let's have.
For me, celebration.
For sure. Toastmaster Noreen, what's the first word that comes to your mind when you hear the word Indian weddings?
I think for most of us, and I think for me also, it is food and clothes. Definitely for girls, it is going to be clothes, lehenga, and jewelry, and getting ready and all such stuffs, and dance. Yes, exactly.
Finally, someone said
Sangeet
it.
night.
Someone said it. For me, it's Bharat. 100% Bharat. Okay, Kunal.
Yeah, I guess it's the meeting the relative which have not met a longer time.
Meeting the relatives.
Oh, meeting the relatives. Okay. So I have jotted down everything: relatives, food, Bharat, you talked about celebration, extravagance, everything. We'll talk everything in detail, the gupshup and everything we'll do. But for now, let me just tell you a brief of how a typical Toastmasters meeting run. I think Suresh ji has already informed that already. But I'll quickly tell you, the first section would be the prepared speech section, in which people with their own path will come and speak on whichever project they're kind of pursuing. Next up would be the impromptu section, in which you will be given a topic on the spot, and then you have to speak. And finally, we'll have one of the most important, if not the most important, the evaluation section, in which every role player will get evaluated. And today's evaluation section is headed by none other than Toastmaster Noreen, who has recently joined this club. She is a fantastic speaker who has reached till the division level of international speech contest last year. And we are very proud to have her as a member of this club. Toastmaster Noreen, over to you to take up the responsibility of the general evaluator.
I think there is some network glitch. Uh, just a second. Can you repeat? I missed some of the section.
Toastmaster Noreen, you have to introduce your role and introduce your tag
Okay,
team.
so you have okay, fine. Actually, right at that moment, my network just went away. So okay. So hello, fellow Toastmasters. I'm Toastmasters Noreen, and for today, I'll be playing the role of general evaluator. And as the general evaluator, my role is going to evaluate the overall flow of the meeting, everything from start to the end. I'm going to evaluate, and to help me in my evaluation section, I have my tag team with me. And for that, the first I would like to call upon stage is the one who is going to play the role of timer. And for that, I would like to call upon stage TM Rahul. So over to you, Toastmasters Rahul.
So let her correct. I mean, you can. Yeah.
All right, Toastmasters, I have been just. Is there something to do? Yeah, please, sorry. So yeah, I was supposed to be playing the Gregorian's role, but at the last minute, I am playing the timer's role. As a timer, you have to be very impromptu about things sometimes. Anyway, coming to the timings of the meeting. Of course, the meeting runs for 2 hours, and we have to maintain everybody gets a chance to speak on stage. So whosoever comes on stage is timed by me as a timer, and we have certain time limits for each role there. Coming to the prepared speeches, we have 3 speakers today, and one of them is the icebreaker speech. So for icebreakers, the time limit is 4 to 6 minutes, and at 4th minute, I'll show a green card. At 5th minute, I'll show a yellow card, and at 6th minute, I'll show a red card. There is a grace period for upper and lower side. So a speaker can speak anywhere from 3 minutes 30 seconds up to 6 minutes and 30 seconds to qualify and be eligible for the speech. Coming to the regular speeches, the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. At 5th minute, I'll show a green card. At 6th minute, I'll show a yellow card. And at 7th minute, I'll show a red card. Again, there is a 30 seconds of grace period on both upper and lower side. So a speaker can speak up from 4 minutes 30 seconds up to 7 minutes and 30 seconds qualify for the 4 days. Coming to the evaluators, the time limit is 2 to 3 minutes. At 2nd minute, I'll show a green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I'll show a yellow card. And third minute, I'll show a red card. There is a 30 seconds of grace period on both upper and lower side. The speaker can, our evaluator can speak from 1 minute and 30 seconds up to 3 minutes and 30 seconds to qualify. Then we have table topics, which is very interesting. Each speaker will get a time limit of 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll show a green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I'll show a yellow one. At 2 minutes, I'll show a red card. There is a 30 seconds of grace period on the upper side. The speaker has to speak for at least 1 minute, and they can speak up to 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I'll be presenting my report when called upon stage by the general manager. Back to you, Children.
Thank you, TM Rahul. Actually, I think I got confused between two names, but it's fine. So we can carry on with this only. So the next role is the role of our counter, and that is played by me only. I didn't know that, but yes. Okay, so I'll introduce myself only. So as the our counter, I'll be counting all the filler words used by each and every individual, and I will share my report at the end of the meetings. Filler words like any duplicity of words and the sounds like filler sounds like o and all these things, and I will share my report at the end of the meeting. Now I would like to call upon stage my third the evaluator who is going to help me in my evaluation, and that is the role of grammarian, and that is being played by TM Divya. So over to you, TM Divya.
Thank you, general evaluator. We listen to what you say. The order is decided by you, and we are happy to follow that. So I'm playing the role of grammarian. I will be noting down good usage of words, good usage of languages, and vocabulary as well. So the word of the day is already written on the board by Toastmaster Rahul. So he has given us the word scrupulous. I'm pronouncing it correctly? Scrupulous, which means being extremely careful and precise. I could give you an example of this in a sentence like XYZ team is conducting a scrupulous investigation or examination of the case. Okay, all set? Back to general evaluator.
Thank you, Divya, and so sorry for the confusion in the sequence of the names. So this is our tag team with me, and I'll be evaluating the overall meeting and will present my report at the end of the meeting. So now to move forward, I would like to hand over the stage to our TMOD, that is TM Utkarsh.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator and the entire tag team. I'm sure you guys are going to be extremely scrupulous in carrying out your evaluation responsibilities. Moving forward, we'll begin with the first section, but let's have a quick discussion on one thing, which is big fat Indian wedding versus an intimate affair. I mean, we all have been to those big fat Indian wedding where everything is opulent, everything is extravagant, right? The decoration, the venue, the food, it's endless. And I think the entire town is invited. Versus we have very limited guests, your loved ones, and then you have like a very simple intimate affair. If given a choice, you have no constraints like resources, money, everything is sorted. Which one would you choose? Like anyone, any opinion? I'll give mine. Mine would be simple intimate affair. And I can tell you why. Like for us Indians, we cannot fathom that a wedding can happen in front of just 25 people. That we cannot understand. But there was a time during COVID where things did happen. People did get married amongst 25 people, and one of my cousin got married, and I loved that wedding. It was the most beautiful, most intimate affair. You just had your like loved ones, really close ones, and we had the best time, right? You get the value time with the whole ceremony. There is no one that is just coming for attendance or I know for other reasons, right? So I loved it. And I thought, can I just get married this time only? Like, I don't have to call and, waste a lot of money in calling out the entire town, because our parents kind of cannot understand this process, right? For them, it's like, we have to pay back because we got an invitation from there and all of those stuff. So for me, it's always an intimate wedding if I have everything my way, but that doesn't work in reality. Yeah. Any opinions on this? Online audience, you're also free to. Yeah, you have something to say.
I think I completely agree with you that I value quality over quantity, so I completely agree with you. Plus, I think go a step further and say I would prefer to have a court marriage instead of having a marriage where a lot of people are invited. So this is my take.
Okay, like not even a reception.
Yeah, maybe, but usually a court marriage will do for me.
It was Divya.
I would prefer to have best of both the worlds. It should be expensive one, beachside wedding, very dreamy, nice photos, but with limited number of people.
Love that. Love that. Anyone from the online audience? Any opinion on this?
I'll also agree with Divya's perspective. So it should be, with all the rasam and everything, but with limited number of people. The people who we actually know and who are actually happy with us getting married, and not because they invited us, so we invited us. That is actually the ritual nowadays. But I think we should invite the closed ones. So.
Right. I mean, people coming for attendance, I also not like it, but yeah, fair enough. Okay. Any last opinion I'll take? Anyone who wants to have an opinion on this? Yes, please.
So I am already married. So am I qualified?
She's also married.
Qualified to have an opinion on the second.
She's also married. Of course,
Okay.
you can have an opinion.
So my wish is, I mean, it should be best of both worlds. The more people it will be, there's a quote, the more the merrier from my perspective. And I get a chance to do public speaking also there when there are more people. So utilize them for my own benefit. Yeah, I mean, it should be best of the both worlds and depends upon how the individual wants it. My perspective, the more the merrier, the more people would come. I definitely get chance to get invited to their weddings as well.
So basically, if you have no constraint of resources,
Yes.
money, a big fat Indian wedding,
Absolutely.
100%. Like spanning over like a week, all the ceremonies and everything.
Not a week, to be honest, because that would be really taxing to organizers or for the bride and groom. But yeah, 1 day or 2 day grand celebration.
Maybe the silver jubilee, the 25th anniversary.
Could be.
Fantastic. All right. Thank you so much. We talked about weddings and how much preparation it takes. And then, of course, we know when we move on to the first section, it takes a hell lot of preparation as well, which is the prepared speech section. We have 3 fantastic speakers lined up today. You can see that Toastmaster Shubhankar, Toastmaster Mandeep, and Toastmaster Suresh. And one of them will be an icebreaker as well. So it's going to be like a fantastic time listening to a budding Toastmaster who has recently joined. We'll first begin with Toastmaster Shubhankar. Before I invite Toastmaster Shubhankar on the stage, I would like to invite his speech evaluator, Toastmaster Rahul, to read out his speech objectives. Let's give a huge round of applause.
Thank you, Toastmaster Utkarsh. I'll just quickly read out the speech objectives for Toastmaster Shubhankar's speech. So Shubhankar is going to deliver his level 1, project 4, speech second. Yeah, second speech. That means he is going to incorporate the feedback he has received previously for the same project in this particular speech and try to improve on that. And he is delivering his project from Presentation Mastery. The speech title is Ghost Encounter. Let me just read out the speech objective very quickly. The purpose of this project is to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting. So in this speech, particularly, he will be incorporating the feedback he has received previously, and then maybe in the next project, he'll be trying to become an evaluator himself and try to learn how to evaluate. I wish all the best to the speaker, and I would like to call upon stage our team out for the day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rahul, for reading out the speech objectives so coherently. Let's invite our first prepared speaker, Toastmaster Shubhankar, on stage with a huge round of applause. Can we have a quick sound check? Can you speak a little bit?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Toastmaster Noreen, can you
Hello?
give me a thumbs up?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Perfect. All set? Toastmaster Shubhankar, Ghost Encounter, Toastmaster Shubhankar. Stage is all
Thank
yours.
you, Toastmaster. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. So I have a question to you. Do you believe that ghosts exist? Any one of you, your opinion matters. For you, yes? How about Toastmaster Divya? No. Toastmaster Suresh, your opinion? Okay. If the answer is no, then I'm going to tell you a story which might change your perception. On December 25th, 2018, on a chilly, windy, dark night, at about 11:30 p.m. in the city Pune, on a 20th floor of a high-rising building, 5 friends were having party. Music was very loud. They were having great time, laughing, enjoying, pulling each other's leg, and just having enjoyment after a week of work. I was one of the 5 friends that were partying there. I did not live there, but I was invited by one of my friend to come and be there at the celebration. Everything was going fine till the midnight. At sharp 12 a.m., suddenly all the lights went off. At first, we thought that it is a simple power cut, but we got annoyed since the power backup did not kick in immediately. We then turned on our phone lights and then moved to the balcony to just get some fresh air. We were standing there, and suddenly from a higher floor, one gentleman was starting yelling at us. He was simply saying, "You guys, you." It was not just a shout. He was screaming really loud at us. "You guys, you are going to see what will happen tonight. You guys will see. You are all gonna die tonight." While standing here, I just froze. The guy standing next to me, my friend, he sighed and said, this gentleman is a self-obsessed, self-centered, self-called a Baba who performs some waste rituals at night. People have lodged complaint against him, but he always bothers others. And some time ago, he was also booked because of these charges that he do. Just avoid him. But I didn't feel at ease. Something was off during that night. There was something that I did not like there. My gut was telling me that there is some warning signs. I told my friend, "Listen, I have to go back to my home. I'm not feeling comfortable." My friend looked at me, trying to console me and trying to convince me, "Hey, what just happened? Stay here. It's going to be a dark night outside, and it is going to be unsafe. Just stay there." But I was adamant. Something I was not feeling comfortable about. So I convinced my friend. My friend got convinced to drop me to the parking area, and we both moved out of the apartment. We took the lift. As soon as I took the lift, you won't believe the same guy who was hurling abuses was there in the lift. To my surprise, he was just standing silently, giving us a glare, looking at us, and did not utter a word. It was strange silence. We reached the ground floor. As soon as I wanted to go out of the lift, that guy silently said, "You gonna have good night." I felt irritated, but I then moved towards my bike along with my friend. My friend said goodbye to me, but he was trying to convince me to stay for this night. He told me, "Shubhankar, it's better if you go tomorrow morning. It's night outside. It would be unsafe." But then I started my bike and said a goodbye, and then wished my stars that I'm going out of this building, and then started my ride. To reach my place early, I took a shortcut. that would route through a cantonment area which was secluded, and there were no street lights and houses there, only the trees, and I was riding through that area. Usually I avoid that particular area, but that night I already told was a special night. While riding from that area, I was tired already. I was somewhat dizzy, and somewhat in between, I was raising my eyes and I was driving through that particular narrow, dark road. Suddenly, to my surprise, a lady from the left side of the bushes suddenly jumped and stand in front of me. She was wearing a red lehenga, bangles of this size, a big bindi, and had a sindoor all over her forehead. Before I could realize, before I could sense what has happened, I have reached 100 meters ahead, and I suddenly stopped my bike. I was shaking, I was shivering, my hands were shivering, but I mustered courage to look back. As I looked back, trust me, nobody was there. As I turned back my head to look ahead in the road, I listened a whisper, "You are having a good night." I revved my bike and reached my apartment, ran towards my room, locked it, and was lying down there thinking, just trying to process what just happened today. I was constantly thinking about that lady, the lady who was wearing the red lehenga. That thought was not coming out of my mind. I could not sleep the complete night. Next day, I got up early, reached office before time, and then narrated the whole ordeal to my colleague. He listened carefully and then said, "I already informed you, never ever take that road because there are gangs, goons who use women as a stooge to loot the bikers as well as the car ongoers. Thank your star, thank God that you are safe, alive, present here, and never ever do that." Then everything made sense. I thought that it could be a ghost. I thought that it could be that gang. But that night did not turn into my worst nightmare, and my gut instinct helped me. So now you ask me a question. Do I believe ghosts exist? I am not sure. Do I believe that your instincts matter? Yes, because it saved me. Thank you. Back to the Toastmaster.
Let's give a huge round of applause for Toastmaster. I mean, we can make a movie out of this. For sure, it's a fantastic script. My take would be that I do believe in evil spirits, but if you're good and your karma is good, and if you don't like kind of hurt anyone, I think you're safe. So they kind of touch upon people who have done evil. So that's what my take is. I live with it. I haven't encountered any like kind of experience, evil experience, like evil spirit experience per se, or gory experience. So, but then fantastic. It was very, very enlightening to listen. Let's give 30 seconds to absorb Toastmaster Bankar's speech. If you have any commendations, feel free to say it out loud. But if you have any recommendation or anything in particular, feel free to send him a personal chat. Let's give 30 seconds. Toastmaster Rahul, let me know when 30 seconds are up. Thank you so much, Mr. Timer. It's time for the second prepared speaker. He's all sorted. You have to wait for a while. He's overexcited. Fantastic. He's the newest member of our club, Toastmaster Mandeep. Before we rightly introduce him and welcome to the stage, I would like to call upon his speech evaluator, Toastmaster Divya, to read out his speech objectives. Let's give a huge round of applause.
Thank you. I can see the excitement. Simple message, just keep it on going. So I would be evaluating your speech. It's an icebreaker speech. And the purpose of project is for you to introduce to the club and just to have a basic understanding of the speech structure. So just a reminder to everyone, it's first icebreaker speech. So we have to give a standing ovation once the speech finishes. And all the best and be yourself. Just rock this stage. Thank you.
Let's call upon our debutant, Toastmaster Mandeep, on stage for his first ever speech in Toastmasters. Let's give a huge round of applause. Are you all set?
Yes.
First of many.
Yes.
All right, awesome. Toastmaster Mandeep, my journey, Toastmaster Mandeep. Stage is all yours.
Thank you. So hope everyone is comfortable,
Yes.
but I am not, as it's my first speech. So you know what's the secret of success? It's getting started. So I am here in front of you, breaking the ice. So I would like to walk you through my stages of life. So from my childhood, I'm a shy introvert person. But as in the third class, my class teacher also said to my mother that he doesn't speak, doesn't react, and laugh, no reaction. I used to live in my own imagination, which till day I live, but there is a difference. Now side by side work to make my imagination reality. And coming back to my childhood, in sixth class, there was an incident which made me alone. And at the same time, there was I was getting more attention than before, which I don't know how to handle. It's so new to me. And then that time also passed. Then 7th, 8th, 9th, I started to go out with my friends, played and made friends. And like that, I passed my school life. Then I came in the college. On the first day, I decided the Mandeep that is entering today and the Mandeep that will pass out after 4 years will be two different Mandeep, and they will have a difference of day and night. And as I went to college, as from nursery to 12th, I am in the same school. So there was not variety and same friends and all that. But as I went to college, there were variety of people from different culture, different places. So I interacted with them. I got to know about new things. I got to know about what I am, where I stand. And there was a small NSS event in my college, and speeches were to given by the students. So I enrolled in it. And my classmate, they have just taken the speech from the net and written, and they just went there and spoke. But I, on the other hand, written, rehearsed, remembered also. And then I went there. I was blank, nervous, and in panic. But as girls were there, so I have to show my Signa personality also. But which I did also by controlling my reactions, but wasn't able to control much, as that could be seen in my speech. My stammering, I somehow completed the speech, and I was knowing I had to maintain eye contact at this point, but I was unable to. Then I somehow completed and went to my seat back. Let me see one thing. So coming to how I came to know about Toastmaster, and so just a usual day sitting on my laptop. I remembered I recently claimed Gemini Premium on my student ID. So let's do some research on that. See the difference between the premium version and the normal version. So I prompted, I'm this. I would like to improve my communication skills. Give me some practical activities. And it gives the usual stuff. In between the line, there was Toastmaster. It was new to me. So I researched about that and came to know this is a community, people gather and perform activities. So I thought it's a Western concept. It wouldn't be here in the Gurgaon. So I searched on the Google Maps and I was amazed by the number of clubs are there in the Gurgaon. So I contacted them, joined their guest group and attended few guest lecture, and shout out to Gurugram Dronacharya Toastmaster Club. Now I joined this as a member. Special thanks to Suresh sir. And my goal here basically is to improve my vocabulary, articulation and storytelling. And seeing you guys, I'm able to set a standard where I have to reach, and soon I will reach also. I'm a fast learner. And you know, one last thing I would like to say, I'm a very positive and self-motivated person, but in my life I've found very few people like that to meet, and but coming here, it is very positive and enthusiastic people, a community, something I think that is missing in my life, and I feel very honored to have with you guys. And as most of you are from corporate, and soon I will be any month in the corporate life, so I would learn something about that also. And maybe, who knows, you may give me referrals also. Thank you. Thank you.
This vast the glory.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mandeep. Loved it. I mean, looking at your story and the way you were telling how you dealt with your speech in the first in college, you've come a long way, buddy. Love the way how candid you were, and we are so proud of you. And I'm sure you have a long way to go in Toastmasters, and you will have a great time and great learning. So proud of you. Let's give it up. Congratulations on delivering your first speech. Let's have the 30 seconds, real quick. If we have any feedback, we can give it right away, especially the commendation. If you have particular feedback with respect to the recommendation, please, by all means, reply to him via personal chat. Or the chits that we have here. I'm getting used to it, including the online audience. I'm getting used to the hybrid setup. I know I'm sorry, guys, if I'm ignoring. It is my first time handling a hybrid setup. So, yeah. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Mr. Timer. It's time for our final prepared speaker today, who today is Toastmaster Suresh, the president of our club. Before I introduce him on the stage and welcome him on the stage, I would like to call upon his speech evaluator, Toastmaster Sandeep, on stage to read out his speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Utkarsh. So Toastmaster Suresh would be presenting his level 5 project 1 speech, and the pathways is leadership development, and the speech objective would be the purpose of this project is for the member to practice planning, organizing, leading and implementing an event. And the title of the speech is When Empty Chair Became My Biggest Teacher. So all the best, Toastmaster Suresh. You have 5 to 7 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes to present your speech. Over to the keyboard.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sandeep. I think it's going to be 4 to 6, right? 5. Oh, sorry, yeah, 5 to 7. Sorry, that's for icebreaker. All right, fantastic. Toastmaster Suresh, let's have him on stage, Area H4 Director and the president of this club. Let's get you suited up with the mic and everything. Okay. Sorted. All right. All set?
All set.
Toastmaster Suresh, when empty chair became my greatest teacher. When empty chair became my greatest teacher. Toastmaster Suresh, stage is all yours.
Thank you. Let me start with a question, and the question is very, very simple. Have you been there planning an event, investing weeks of time, standing there only to find empty chairs? It was me, standing right outside the seminar hall, holding my notepad like a shield and thinking, pretending that everything is fine. It was our educational seminar that has to be the best event for this quarter. And guess what happened? We had prepared printable materials. We had all the confirmation from the speakers. We booked even the refreshments and whatnot. We also had other things in place. But at that moment of time, I realized that there were more empty chairs than the faces. And I was kind of crashed. Because as an organization, it's kind of a feeling or want every organizer that the hall must be fully packed with people lining up to enter into the hall, but it was completely opposite. And I was thinking it is a failure. But my dear friend, this was not the end. I, being the organizer of the event, I didn't have that liberty to think or breathe. So what could I do quickly? I realized that my reaction will make all the difference to the audience. The few people who were there to attend that particular event were looking at me expecting energy, warmth, and value for the money they have invested in that plan. So I quickly took a deep breath, walked up to the mic, smiled, and said, guys, you are so lucky. You just have get an premium webinar. You paid for the bigger one, but there are less people, great interaction. And people laughed, remember? And at that moment of time, the tension broke and I learned my first lesson that it's not about the number of people who are attending an event. It's about the engagement you are making. And that was such a beautiful thing which I learned. And we quickly changed the plan. The original plan was to have your bigger speeches, the PowerPoint presentation, and whatnot. So we quickly pull out the chairs, make a circle, people come together, and the speakers started to share their personal stories. The audience started asking questions openly. They shared ideas, and in fact, they shared the problems they were facing in their professional lives. And people realized that the seminar, which was kind of failed because of less attendance, become a powerful learning session. And that's what made my day. And kind of the one attendee who said, sir, thank you so much. This was the best event I had ever attended. And that was not because the data presented in that event, that was because how it was made felt all of us. And at that moment of time, I realized that's it not about, magic happen when people adapt. And that's the power of adaptation. And now when I look back, I always felt that this was one of the events which had taught me so much about my leadership skills. When it comes to managing events, people focus on the attendees, how many people are going to come, how many people signed up, and how many touch-ups. But they are not thinking about the impact they are creating. But this was the event where we had made lots of impact. And that's where, things start to change. Yes?
Yes.
Yes? Agree? Okay. So let me also get to this point. And at that moment of time, things started to change when, kind of I also forget my speech. So let me, get back quickly to the point. So we were kind of at that moment of time, what happened to those old mental people who forgot their speech and was kind of get with that. Okay. Yes, you are right. Yes. I can do it. Yes. So overall, I think that's how the things are done. And through that event, I learned that this is not about the kind of attendees are there or kind of people are there. The best thing is that whenever I am thinking about any of the event, I am not picturing that the bigger stage, bigger hall, or the lots of chairs. I just think that how the people are engaged, how the people we have impacted. That's what I always think about. I remind myself that it's not about the people who are attending about event, how many people we are left changed. That what actually event is all about. And in fact, those empty chair in that room has taught me a lot. They taught me the humility, they taught me the leadership, and they taught me that adaptability is not about changing the plan. It's about keeping the purpose alive, what come may. And at the end, every game, every plan, and all the empty chairs are there for making a meaning. Thank you so much. Back to the show.
Thank you. Let's give it up for Toastmaster Suresh. I think everything that you said kind of like reflected your personality, your attitude of never giving up. Rising from the phoenix is something that was reflected in the entire speech, and I couldn't agree more. I know we have worked together, and there was an event that we did, and we did have a lot of empty chairs in that event. I was frantic, I was disappointed, but you were the one who was keeping the hope alive, and thank you so much for that. You're always I think the eternal optimist, and that is very, very infectious. Thank you so much for that. Let's have the 30 seconds. I mean, let's utilize this time. If you have something to say to Toastmaster Suresh in terms of the speech, or if you have any recommendation, please, by all means, use the chits and pass it on to him. I mean, that's the...
I think you essentially own the stage. So you were very comfortable. Your body language was very open. So even though there was a fumble, I believe you owned it in a way that the audience were engaged with you and they were laughing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel that Toastmaster Suresh is the king of improvisation.
Let's quickly ask from Kunal, any opinion on the speech? I know the time is up, but then let's move. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was the way he was acting. I think it was really great. The way he was saying it, the enthusiasm and the energy he was, I think it was very great.
I couldn't agree more. Even when he forgot, he was so cheerful and he was like, I can do it, I can do it. That whole act was spot on. Fantastic. All right, this concludes the fantastic speakers of the day, the 3 prepared speakers that we had today. Next up, let's come back to our theme, which is Indian weddings. And there was a talk regarding gulab jamun, and there was a talk regarding food buffet there, right? Let's talk about that. Very, very important, at least for me, because I am foodie. So right since childhood, marriage was always equivalent to food for me. And my sister, my real sister, I just have one elder sister, and she's poles opposite. She's like the social butterfly. So whenever we used to go for a wedding, I was the one who would make sure every stall is covered, and she would be the one, every person is covered. So that's how things worked. So whenever she sees me, kya kha raha, just have a bite, and then she'll carry on with the socializing. I'm like, just leave me. That's how we work. So I have made my bestie as my cousin, and she's exactly like me. Like, we have a deal. If we are going for a wedding, we will taste everything. Of course, we cannot have in huge quantity, but I do have a FOMO if I do not taste everything, minus the desserts. I don't touch all the desserts. But the starters and main course, I had to touch everything and taste everything for sure, even if it's like just one bite. And I love those weddings where you are just invited because your father is a friend of the groom's or the bride's father, and you just invited because there was a with family written in the card, and you're going and you don't know one at all. You're just going there for food and nothing else. You just have to do one salutation, namaste, whosoever, and that's it. And you can just escape and just disappear and enjoy the food for 2 hours and then just go back home. Those are the weddings that are perfect for me, because if you have a family wedding, you are involved in a lot of things, right? Relatives will also come into the picture. We'll talk about relatives for sure. That's the discussion that we definitely would have. But any thought on food? I've shared mine. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, please.
I think so. On a normal day, I have more food than on a wedding.
100%.
Meeting, going there, our appetite is gone and we just taste and not have a proper food.
I'm not high on dressing up, but if I still spend like 15 minutes dressing up, I would utilize my time to eat food, right?
My experience is I meet my cousin and sometimes I don't even touch the food and I keep like
Fantastic. I couldn't agree more. We'll take one opinion from the online audience. Noreen, Kunal, any opinion on the food or, the food buffets that we have or your experiences wedding?
The one experience that I don't like most of the time, whenever I was there eating food, the cameraman is right on my face.
Yes.
I that was so irritating. Like, I am a foodie person and I like to keep my plate full all the time. Okay, and I most of the time I just you will see me eating somewhere or something or the other. So and whenever I'm there like with the full plate, the cameraman is right in front of me. I don't know why at that moment only he was there. So it was one thing which I found like most irritating. So that is from my end about food and stuff.
Very, very, very relatable. And you're scared that that might get into the wedding album, right? That you're scared for that for sure. So
True,
couldn't
true.
relate more. My plate is also very full. Like sometimes I feel embarrassed that if someone sees me, then are they going to judge me because my plate is super full? But then sometimes you don't care, right? Okay, Kunal, any opinion? I think I share a lot of stories. You have any personal story when it comes to weddings and food in general?
Yeah, so what happened mainly is that I take all the food, whatever is available there, I take it in my plate, and most of the time I don't finish that. So that's the regret I have, that I take all of them and I could not cover like half of them also.
Hmm.
And second thing, what I can say is that, uh, mm, yeah, that's all. Yeah.
And there's certain people who would we will just have starters and the desserts. They would skip the main course. I don't like those people. Why? Like, what doesn't make sense? They've gone with my friends. They're like, we'll just have starters and then we'll have desserts. I'm like, for what reason? And then they have, right? You're the one, that person.
Yeah,
I'm never going with you. Like, any particular reason, please help me understand why.
Yeah, I just don't like to stuff myself a lot, so I usually just take the very chapata starters and then desserts just.
Then be on Nibu Pani for the entire day, no? Yeah.
I'm not really sure because the plate system works when you are charged for the meal. Starters are kind of complicated.
Yeah.
You want to help, finally.
Guys, please help me.
But wait, you do realize that there's a minimum count that they would pay anyway, right?
Yeah.
The number of plates which went in the food booth.
Yeah.
I share a plate with my husband as well.
Fantastic. Yeah, I think you have something to add.
Not really.
No, I thought you were raising your hand. That's fine. That's fine. All right. Fantastic discussion. Let's move on. Let's keep the fun alive with our second segment, which is all about the impromptu speaking. And for that, we have someone who is a fantastic speaker and a dear friend, a seasoned Toastmaster Mohit, who will enthrall us with our table topic section. Let's welcome. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. So it's time for the table topic session. Table topic session where the groom or the bride comes up on stage and says that he's my friend and he's going to say a few words about us. I don't know how. That's the moment actually table topic sessions is planned for raising a toast or sharing the improv sessions. So I would like to invite someone up on stage, a Toastmaster, an experienced one, to demonstrate how this table topics goes. And for the benefit of guests, I would like to tell you that it is for you have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes, and even the guests are invited. Let's start with the table topic first. Anyone from the guests or you just have to choose a number from 1 to 10. I'll give the topic. That's it. Toastmaster.
One second, please.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
Choose a number from 1 to 10.
1.
1. So your topic is, what's the most heartwarming wedding moment you have ever witnessed? Most heartwarming wedding moment you have ever witnessed. Over to you.
I could use the very easy answer to this question. My wedding was the most heartwarming moment which I have witnessed. I could not pick out any one particular moment which was heartwarming for me. I think the whole sequence was very heartwarming for me, for my to-be husband at that point of time, and I really enjoyed it. I was very carefree at that moment. I was not worried about how people are judging me. In fact, I was one of the person who was eating the most at your own wedding. Can you imagine that? Because I really love eating food, and 10 years back, metabolism was also great. So I was not just tasting, I was eating everything. I was enjoying with my family, dancing around, putting mehendi on myself, and just being there. That moment is truly memorable and heartwarming. Thank you.
Thank you. Strange thing that happened in our wedding, that you were able to eat the most. Usually the bride or the groom don't get the chance to eat. Online audience, Kunal, Noreen, if you would like to go up on stage now. Next. Kunal, would you like to go next?
Yeah, yes, I'm here. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Choose a number between 2 to 10.
7. It's my birthday, so yeah.
Can
7.
you switch on your camera?
Camera? Okay, so I'm not properly dressed, so I don't know if it's fine or not.
Okay, no problem. Please choose a number from 2 to 10.
7.
7. So your topic is, how would you plan a dream wedding? Are you married?
No, I'm single.
So how will you plan your dream wedding?
Okay, so that's a very interesting question. How will I plan my dream wedding? Okay. So what I will do is that I will plan my wedding in the mountains, like in the between, like what I can say, between the river and the mountains. And I will do it in a very Vedic style, like an ancient style, and dressed me as like a king and like a king of the kingdom, like that kind of thing. So that's what I can dream of my dream wedding.
Anything? Thank you, Kunal.
Yeah, thank you.
Who would like to go next? From here or Noreen? We have one more, right? Achha, okay. Rahul.
Okay, I'll go next then. Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
sure.
Sure.
Choose a number between 2 to 10, except 7.
I'll go for number 3.
Number 3.
Yep.
Okay. So imagine you are the DJ at an Indian wedding. What's your first song? It's not your wedding. You are the DJ at the wedding.
Okay, very interesting question, I would say. So, if I am going to be the DJ at any wedding, so I will play songs as per the vibe. So, I would say that I would firstly, I'm going to, notice the people that in what mood they are in, and if they are in that lethargic and like more slumber kind of mood. So, I will play the most rocking song so I can irritate them and make their sleep disrupt, and they can be like full alive, and they will maybe curse me in their own head that why the DJ is playing such loud music when we are in slumber and when the all the fairas and everything is happening. So why the DJ is playing the loud music? But I would love to irritate people in the wedding. So for that reason, I'll maybe play that song at that time. And at the time of Vidai, definitely I'm going to play the Babul Ki Duaएं Leti Ja kind of song. So I would definitely, or I would, if that would be my best friend's wedding, so I would definitely play Gaadi Wala Aaya Ghar Se Kachra Nikal. So that is the one song that I would love to play for my best friend's wedding. So I think so far I can think of these things, but I would definitely try to irritate people in the wedding. I don't know why, but I would love to do that. So yeah, that is all from my end. Thank you, TM Mohit.
Thank you so much. So the bachelor in the house, who is inviting Noreen as a DJ? Who will go next? Yeah, Mandeep. Choose a number between 2 to 10, except 3 and 7.
10.
10. You are the uninvited guest in a stranger's wedding.
Yes.
Without a gift, and you are caught by the groom's father. Over to you.
Thank you, sir.
Have you ever attended any wedding like this?
Yes,
So narrate that experience.
but I didn't get caught. So first of all, I will do the Uncle Ji Namaste part. Then I would like to give some excuse. You are in the same college or something like that. And I would say I would come with someone like him and he would far away. Or if I would be as friends, I would call them and get them also caught with me. Something like that. And it would be a happy occasion. So yeah, I will cheer uncle and make him on my side. And yeah, enjoy party with him. Thank you.
Okay. Hope you are not getting caught anytime soon. Now, who's going next? Sandeep ji. So 2 to 9, except 3 and 7.
Sorry?
2 to
Okay.
9, 3 and 7, except 3 and 7.
9.
9. You are married, you already mentioned it. So you are the groom in the wedding, but the horse refuses to move. Now what? Horse said, "अब मैं नहीं जा रहा."
Thank you for that interesting topic, Toastmaster Mohit, and allowing me to think, what if the horse is not moving or is not allowing me to climb? But so what I can tell you from the real life example, that when I was in school, I used to do horse riding. So I think it would be very easy for me to calm down the horse. I mean, during the weddings, because of the noises and because of the music, sometimes the horse they get uncomfortable. They don't really like the noise and the music. So you need to calm down the horse a bit. Obviously, since I would be the groom, it will not be my job to do it, but the person who is who's who's the horse owner, or maybe some other caretaker, would be doing that. But I think I would be pretty comfortable sitting on a horse, not not panicking at all, and I think I will be able to do it. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Now, who is going next? Rahul? A number from 2, 4, 5, 6, and 8. 4. 4. Share your experience. What's the weirdest or funniest thing you have ever seen in a wedding, Indian wedding?
Well, Toastmasters, if I run the horses of my brain to find the weirdest experience I have had in weddings, usually, is my brother's wedding. As I was the youngest sibling and the second boy in my family, it was my responsibility somehow to manage everything while everybody else is either enjoying the DJ or having some food. But I was responsible for managing all of the guests, the fufas and the chachis. And believe me, it is no fun. And on top of that, I was responsible for the groom himself. That somehow I have to make sure that he abides by the time and comes on stage when required and smiles as the fufas ask him to do. And trust me, that was the worst job ever. If somebody pays me 1 million right now to do this job, I'll run away with the money, but I'll not do this again. The reason being that, see, I have no interest in wedding, and my brother is enjoying his life. He's having the time of his life, and he's clicked all the pictures in all the poses and in all the directions, and the photographers are having a good time. They're sipping water. They're saying, okay, sir, move like this, do that. And I was like, come on, guys, you are just two people. Click one photo, frame it somewhere. You're not going to see all of them, right? How many of you have seen your albums more than twice? Sandeep and Mohit. I think Mohit loves his wife. So I agree with him. But Sandeep, what's your reason? You are regretting it. I am pretty sure that you are regretting it. Yeah. He's saying, okay, why the hell did I marry this girl? Toastmasters, all in all, if you are ever invited in a wedding, just lay low. Don't say anything to anyone. Don't say that you are brother of this person or that person, because they will give you some job to do. Maybe arranging the chairs, asking for food, maybe serving the food as well. So this is my strategy. My brother is married. My sister is married. I am free now. And what I do is I go to a wedding, have starters, have dessert, and leave. And I hope you do the same. That's all from my side.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your experience with your brother's wedding. I don't know who will be doing this job at your wedding. Now, Shubhanka. A number from 2, 5, 6, or 8.
2, 5, 6, or 8. I'll choose 8.
8. You are married, no?
Yeah, I'm married.
When you were getting married, what was the time when you were the most nervous? When were you the most nervous in your wedding?
So, it's a bumpy ride when you get married. Different functions you have to organize, different people you have to please. You'll be always be a smiling, laughing, goody person most of the time. And the most challenging time,
Nervous.
when I was the most nervous, is the most responsibility that a groom takes is for the lehenga shopping of the bride. We visited almost most of the stores in Chandni Chowk. Then we shifted to Rajouri, then Pitampura. I do not think that any store that my wife left at that time to see. Somewhere she liked the color, somewhere she liked the pattern, somewhere this thing fits, that thing fits. And I remember an instance when there is a famous lehenga wala in Chandni Chowk. We reached, she was trying one lehenga. I was just, rather than looking her, I was looking at the price tag. How much it is going to cost me, because it is a responsibility of groom to usually pay for that. And the tag was around 1,25,000. I was about to get a heart attack, but then my wife didn't like it. So then I realized that she understands what I'm trying to communicate, and we were on the same page. And then she chose her lehenga, which she liked. So that was my story then. At that moment, that I was the most nervous during my marriage. Thank you.
Okay. So that's the drawback of the same city marriage.
Yeah.
And I have the perks of a different city marriage. Thank you. Utkarsh. A number from 2, 5, or 6?
5.
But you have already shared this thing.
मैं most story share कर दी है.
If you could redefine one wedding ritual, what would that be? Redefine. An Indian wedding ritual.
Redefine. Okay. I have never understood the whole fuss regarding the Sangeet thing that is happening. It has taken up to the next level. People are making it a boogie woogie nowadays, right? If they have like a dance competition between the brides and the grooms, I've never understood. This is so much pressure. My sister got married probably a decade ago. And I remember at that time, it wasn't a big thing. So for my family, it was like a pretty huge shock. But my sister was adamant, we are going to have that whole, opulent Sangeet where everyone will perform. She hired some choreographers. I had to practice 2 dance routines. I mean, come on, this is a wedding, for God's sake, and I'm your only brother. I have so many responsibilities. So if there's one event in the wedding that I have to redefine, it would be Sangeet. Sangeet is something where you come together and have fun, not have those choreographed numbers, right? Have a DJ, just free flow, let loose, have fun. Why there's so much pressure? I mean, of course, if you want to have your choreographed routine, have it, but not everyone has to do that, right? Don't force it just because you're the brother or the close one. So that's the one thing I would definitely redefine, because I think it has led to like a level where it's way too commercialized and way too robotic nowadays. There would be an anchor, there would be like 10 different things that'll happen. It feels like a proper choreographed routine or a show that happens with proper scheduling and everything. So that is one event that I would redefine, just to have fun. A cocktail party is my kind of thing. Just have a drink, enjoy. There's a DJ playing like a live music. You call upon someone. That would be something that I would redefine, not the opulent Sangeet or the dance shows that we have during weddings. Thank you so much.
Something that is recently introduced in the weddings. You want to redefine it? Sorry. Yeah.
My sister, I got married like a decade.
So you are left with only one. Number 6. Apart from Sangeet that he has already mentioned, what's the most overrated thing about Indian weddings? The most overrated thing.
Okay, great. If I look back 3 years, I see so that there are people who are getting married. The both bride, groom came together, kind of invested lots of money, emotion, and everything. But what was missing? Have you ever thought about it? Nothing. In a marriage, 2 things, two people are required, that's there. And yeah, I am coming on that. Yes, of course. And so coming on to the love part, what actually love is? It's nothing. I mean, if you keep a dog with you for a month time, you will get in full, you will fall in love with that also. So that's a human being. If you will stay with that, you will definitely going to love her, him, whatever the taste you have. So now coming on to the thing, what is the most underrated thing is, I think, wedding itself. What is most important before going into a wedding, into a relation? That is the importance of understanding people, understanding relationship, understanding the emotion, having empathy, having patience. If two person are able to understand that, the current situation in the market, which is there are people are investing lots of money into the wedding, then they are getting divorced and the relation is getting uglier and uglier. So I think the most underrated thing is not having the proper education, that how to keep other people at priority, how to take care of them. If people are able to understand this, learn this, life is going to be beautiful. Back to you. Thank you so much for sharing your views. Now I think I asked Toastmaster Divya to give a topic for you.
I chose Toastmaster Table Topic Masters not to deliver a speech.
If you have to pick a side, like you are attending your friend's wedding, both the bride and groom are known to you, you have to pick one side. Which one would you?
Both bride and groom are known to me. So this actually happened in the year 2012. It was April 2012, and the bride and the groom both were known to me. Why? Should I share this?
Yes.
Is it live?
It is not live.
That's okay. The bride was actually my ex-girlfriend, who used to like me when I was quite young and handsome too, yeah, in school days. But somehow my or her parents didn't match up together, and we would not able to get married. But I don't know how my father saw that this girl is good for one of my cousins. So the bride, who was my ex-girlfriend, is now my elder cousin's wife, now whom I have to call Bhabi. So that was a situation in April 2012, and I chose to attend the wedding from both the sides. So, yes, yeah. So I went with Bharat. The groom was my cousin was actually with me in the Bharat. I was with him actually in the Bharat, and while Vidai, it became a situation that the couple went back to their home in my own car. So at last, Dolly to hami leke aaye. That was the thing. Thank you, brothers. Over to the video.
Thank you. We finished it with a bang. Toastmaster Divya, how did you come up with such an apt topic? Let me ask you that. Thank you, Toastmaster Mohit. It was a fantastic table topic session. We really enjoyed it. All the topics were very relevant. I am having a hard time with this.
So the logo side will be outside.
Yeah, got it. Perfect. Awesome. Let's give it up for Toastmaster Mohit. I think a lot of themes is already covered, but then there were certain things I really want to discuss. So we'll have those discussions. I think the one topic that was given to Toastmaster Mandeep, have you ever gate crashed wedding? Like I have. I've done it twice. One with proper attire stuff, one like essay. So during my hostel days, of course, the bunch of guys, they will just go to I wanted to have it as my bucket list check. So we tried and we went there. never caught. Like I had my food, I had my fun, and came back. One with proper attire. I went to these NSP, if you know, they have the whole lane of banquet halls, like huge, big weddings that happen there. Got dressed. I went there. Again, nothing happened. So it's pretty easy. We can gate crash weddings. So have you done those? Any stories regarding those? Yes, please.
So me and my very close friend, please take me. So me and my very close school friend, I got the invite for a wedding, and then he accompanied me. Usually we do it. That was normal. So I said, okay, you accompany me, we will both go. But then he was all dressed up better than me. He had blazer put on, and then we entered the wedding. He asked me that what wedding it is, who's bridegroom. I don't know anyone. If I get caught, you just tell me something about it. So I told, if somebody caught you, just say, I know Nishu. He remembered that. Then our school friends, I mean, who were like notorious guys, he actually saw him and then he asked them, okay, which side you are from? Hi, how are you, my friend? Which side you are from? So he said, I know I am from Nishu's side. He said, okay, how long you been knowing Nishu? I don't know. We were in tuition together. So he understood that Nishu name is the name of the bride, but then Nishu is actually bride's brother, and the name was Neeraj, and we used to call him Nishu, the guy, the bride's brother. Then they caught him, took him to side. So you know Nishu? Hi, and Nishu and we were in the tuition together, and she used to top. So they were like, who is Nishu? Nishu is the brother's name. Then he said, okay, I came with my friend, and you don't bother me. Let me eat food, and then I will go back. So that was a story that I.
Nice. Fantastic. It's a no judgment zone, okay? Any turn from the online audience? Anything that you want to talk about? Have you gate crash wedding? Just yes or no would be great as well. Kunal,
Yes,
any
yeah.
comments?
Yes. So Kunal here. So I have gate crashed. Is it fine or the time is not there?
No, no, of course. Go ahead. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. So we were three friends. So we used to stay in Salt Lake, Kolkata. So during our college time, there was like a wedding venue there. We used to go like every weekend. So what happened? Like every weekend, we tried to take a new friend with whom we'll go to the wedding. So we three people, three friends, just dressed well and went to the wedding. And we two friends were very experienced. So we were just dancing, taking photos with the bride and groom. Everything we're doing, like we're chilling, like we know everyone, and we are quite experienced in that. But the friend that who was new, he was just sitting aside eating the fish, like he was a Bengali and I'm Bengali too. So he was eating the fish in a very like a very scared way, and people notice him and they ask him like, hey, do you know who is there? And he just said, no, no, we don't know, I have to go away. And the person who caught us, he said that, okay, you need to pay us 2000 rupees as a gift. And he was so scared, he said that, okay, I can pay 10,000. Do you know who I am? I am from Techno India College. Yeah, oh. And he was like, okay, I was like, relax, let's come, let's go. And we just ran away from that. Yeah, that's the experience we have.
Loved it. Loving the fact that people are loosening up and telling your story. I have tons of things to talk about. There are several nuances. I can go on and on, but I'll touch one, two more things. The 2 Rs, rituals and relatives. Let's talk about those. Firstly, relatives. I mean, you must have all experienced in these weddings के इसको हमने बचपन में देखा था, ये इतना बड़ा हो गया. That is something that I completely hate. Someone has to say that. Some distant relative will definitely. And the other one, if you are unmarried, some auntie or fufa or someone will say, अब तेरा number है. And that aggravates me even further. So have you encountered those, like the naggy relatives and all of the stuff?
All the time.
Any stories, anything that you want to share regarding those? I can share mine if you. I'm pretty opening the floor.
So it's been 14 years.
Yes.
It's been 14 years that I'm already married. So ये सारे points चले गए मेरे पास से. I was the first one to get married in my whole relatives.
Mohit का बाल विवाह हुआ था. Yes, I think.
No, I don't have such experience, but yeah, people nag me all the time because I'm the youngest sibling of them all. So yeah.
It happens.
And this whole scouting of the perfect girl also that happens. You know?
Yeah, that I do myself.
No, but then they also take charge. Okay, you know, some of the buas or someone like, okay, ये तेरे लिए सही है, ये तेरी कोई friend आई थी, ये कुछ चल रहा है, like something or the other will kind of, I'm like, this is my personal space, I can handle this. Anything to comment on, Noreen, Kunal?
Yes, nowadays I hear it almost all the time. Okay, when are you planning to go? Planning to marry somebody? And Noreen, do you have anyone in mind or not? And please tell us if there is a boy. There were times when we were 15 or 16 years old when we actually had boys, and then at that time our parents and mother would be like, okay, focus on your studies, no need to talk to boys and all such blah blah blah. And now they're like, please Noreen, find a boy. So now we are like, okay, we don't want to talk, like maybe, but so I think that how the scenario has changed. So yeah, that I think we all face every day. I think for most of the bachelor people, and I think Utkarsh being the having the tag of most bachelor, what we can say, most eligible bachelor. So I think you must have faced it every other day.
I don't know who gave that title.
Yeah,
Or who gave that? Who gave that badge? I have no idea. No, Mohit hasn't given me this title. Really?
Because of the meeting, I think we were there. I was counting you married.
I can vouch he wouldn't have said most eligible bachelor. At least Mohit wouldn't have said that.
In another wish, I mean,
Okay. Okay. Moving on. Moving on. I think I can go on and on. I do have other things to talk about, but let's come back and have the one of the most important sections of a Toastmasters meeting, which is the evaluation section. Extremely important for our growth and involvement as public speakers. And for that, I would like to call upon our Madam General Evaluator to take the lead and lead the evaluation section. Toastmaster Noreen, over to you.
Thank you, TM Utkarsh. So I think it was a really, really great session, and let's proceed with the evaluation part. So for the evaluation, first I would like to call upon stage our speech evaluators, and for the first, I'm so sorry, I forgot the name. Just a second. Actually, when I'm going back, the screen gets erupted. So can you tell me the name of the?
The first evaluator would be me, Toastmaster Rahul.
Okay. So I would like to call upon stage TM Rahul for evaluating the speech of TM Shubhankar. So over to you, TM Rahul.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Toastmasters, do you consider yourself as an artist? Irrespective of what you consider yourself, I think speechcraft in itself is an art. It's a subtle art that you refine yourself again and again to become better, right? And this art requires you to refine not just the content, but the delivery as well. Just keep this thought in mind, and I'll come back to this later. Starting with the evaluation, I think what the speaker did very well was the content itself. I think the speaker had a very gripping content, and the audience was very much engaged. And I think at one point when he was dropping the haunting experience that, okay, he saw a girl and he turned back and nobody was there. I think that cracked a chuckle, and that chuckle was, I think, due to the haunt experience by the audience. I think that was wonderful. And the content in itself, I believe, gets full marks on that. Coming to the body language, I think the body language was open and relaxed. The speaker was at ease on the stage. I could not see that the speaker was tightened up like this and not moving much. I think he was moving comfortably on stage. But one point to note here is that I could see the speaker was looking a bit upward, or at least the chin was a little bit up from what I could see sitting there. So it could have been better if the speaker was looking directly at the audience with the face revealed to the audience. Voice modulation was there a little bit, a subtle hint when he was talking about the guru or the person, the Baba, right? And he whispered, the speaker whispered quietly. and explain what the guru was saying. I think that was a very well done touch to the overall speech. Coming to something that I was hoping was a little bit better was the delivery part actually. And don't get me wrong, it was not that the speaker was fumbling and was not sure of the content itself. But I think when we are talking about storytelling and the speech was itself is a story, right? I think what I was missing was the emotions in the story. I think what the speaker was delivering was the content that was well prepared and he delivered as he experienced, right? So he was saying that, okay, I was on a bike, I was riding, and somebody said something to me. I ignored that person, I moved forward, then I did this, I did that, and that, and that. That was okay. But if there was a little bit hint of some emotion in that, I think that would have been wonderful. Consider this. So, Toastmasters, I was in the balcony and I saw this guy. Right? You see a little bit of emotion that grips the audience a little bit more. And I think that was the only thing that I felt craving for more. All in all, as I said, speechcraft is an art. And as someone who knows basic drawing, I think the speaker did a fantastic job of sketching out the outline and every specificities of the speech. But I think the colors could have been filled so that it becomes a wonderful drawing. That's all from my side, and back to the general welfare.
Thank you, TM Rahul. Now I would like to call upon stage our second evaluator, that is TM Divya. So over to you, TM Divya.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So what's the best way to capture audience attention in the beginning of speech? And our speaker, Toastmaster Mandeep, perfectly reflected it in his first speech. So that's an awesome thing to do it. It was a catchy opening. And the first line was this. And the second line was when you showed your vulnerability. Like you said to the audience that you guys are confident, but I am not. That was equally very powerful. So amazing over there. You showed your humorous part in the speech. So there were lots of areas of humor. You were able to gather audience attention throughout the speech, and the whole timeline, we were hooked to your speech. So beautifully done over there. You showed your confidence part. You spoke about Sigma personality, fast learner. So somewhere you are sure of your abilities as well. But there are few areas of things to work on, or few areas to improvement, but you have a long journey to go up. In your subsequent speeches, you will learn about body language and vocal variety and other things. One of the very minor feedback for now, the same thing, I am not sure why it happened. Toastmaster Rahul gave the same feedback to Toastmaster Shubhankar. While you were speaking, your eyes were kind of going up. So a little bit the connect with the audience was being missed. Just next time, just on the stage and do connect with your audience. And so every Toastmaster journey starts with the icebreaker speech, and congratulations on starting your one. Thank you.
Thank you so much, TM Divya.
General evaluator, yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, TM Divya. And I'm so sorry I forgot the name of the third evaluator. So can someone please help me with that?
Toastmaster
Toastmaster.
Yeah, so I'm
Sandeep.
Toastmaster Sandeep. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So over to you, Toastmaster Sandeep.
Thank you, Toastmaster Noreen. So I will be evaluating Toastmaster Suresh on his speech. The first thing which was very impressive was the speech title, which really got me thinking when empty chair became my greatest teacher, and I was wondering how an empty chair can teach a person. So that was very impressive. I like the way the speech was very much inclined to the speech objective. Sometimes the speech does not match what your speech objective is, but your speech was very much matching with the speech objective. And today I see a very different Toastmaster Suresh. The smile, the energy, and the hand gestures, right? They were so positive and full of energy. About the speech, which was about organizing an event. And I think this is the biggest fear of an event organizer, when no one or very few people turn up. And sometimes I feel that I've really seen that. In one of the meeting when I came here, Toastmaster Suresh was the only one, and he was trying to organize everything. And later on, members did attended the meeting, but he was the only one when he was there, and I could feel that how a event organizer goes through if the members are not there, right? Now, coming to the vocal variety, I could see that there's a lot of improvement in local variety, and the way he took the deep breath, right? It really showed that impact and gave the depth to the speech. And also, as I said when I was sitting, that he improvises a lot, right? So what he did as an event organizer, when people where very few people turned up, how he how he said that it's a premium webinar, right? He was trying to add value to that event, and and so that members and people who were attending the webinar were able to feel that their time is not wasted. And the way he said that it's about engagement and not about the number of people in the group, so it kind of added value to the speech. The improvement area, the only one improvement area was that when he forgot his speech in the middle, and still he was like trying, he didn't stop, and he was trying to carry on when he said yes, and he was trying to remember that speech. But I think after a few seconds you did get back on track and you carried on. Other minor feedback was that Toastmaster Rahul and Divya talked about when the speaker was turning up. I think you were looking looking down sometimes in your speech. I think that can be improved, and I think it happens very naturally to people who try to remember that speech. So you loses eye contact with the member and you try to look upward or you look downward. I think it's a natural reaction, but by practice you can really improve on that. And that was my congratulations on completing your level 2 project 5. Sorry, project 5 level 2 speech. Level 1 project 5. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster Nori.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sandeep. Now I would like to call upon stage our table topics evaluator. So I couldn't find the name anywhere in the chat.
We do not have a
Yeah, we do not have table topic evaluator. We can start with the tag team.
We do not have a table topic evaluator, Toastmaster Noreen. We can start with the tag team right away.
Okay, got it. So with that, I think our meeting has come to an end. And for the final evaluation, I would like to call upon stage our tag team. And starting in the reverse order, I would like to call upon stage Grammarian, which is now being played by TM Divya. So over to you, TM Divya.
I think we should have a tutorial on how to fit this. Hi, everyone. So when I gave the word of the day, within 10 seconds it was used. I was so happy with it. Do you know who used it? What happened after that? No one else used it. Can everyone just say it once? What was the word of the day? One more time, please. Do use it. I don't have time. Otherwise, I would have said all of you to use it in a sentence. Anyhow, so in our meeting today, we have lots of good usage of words, lots of nice vocabulary words, which I have picked up: extravagant, intimate, perspective, texting, adamant, odial, gory, enthrall, lethargic, slumber, opulent. Such a nice vocab, I know. Some of the good phrases also, which I could pick up from today's meeting: more the merrier, heartwarming moment, bumpy ride, boogie woogie. Interesting. I really liked it, the kind of words and vocab which were being used in today's meeting. There were few areas of improvement which I have identified, and we will also talk about it. Just try to take it in a positive manner. There were few words of being missed, so they were kind of changing the whole sentence meaning. They were kind of changing the meaning of whole sentence. So if a word appeared earlier, it kind of changes the meaning. So there was someone used was starting yelling at us. It could have been started yelling. There was like waste ritual. The better choice of words could have been meaningless or nonsensical rituals. Someone used variety of people, kind of felt little offensive, or kind of, it could have been diverse group of people or people of all sort were present there. There was like lining up into the hole, lining up to go into the hole, something like that. And like climbing on the horse could have been getting on or hopping onto the horse rather than climbing. Almost most of the store, two type repetition of almost is happening. It could have been almost all of the stores. And this is my favorite one. Like I also sometimes while speaking use it. Me and my friend are going to the market. Me and my friend are going to present. Why do we give so much importance to me? It's my friend and I are going to the market. So someone over here used me and my close friend. It could have been my close friend and I. Thank you. Thank you, General Evaluator. I'm done with my evaluation.
Thank you so much for such a great evaluation. Even I did do that same mistake many times, so I'll try to keep that in mind. So I would like to call upon stage our counter, that is me. So over to you, TM Noreen. Okay, so here I present my our counter report. I'm so sorry I was not able to present it in the tabular form because I got the information last minute. So the report goes like this. I think I can see that many people have not used the most used filler word, that is R and O, and I really like that thing. And so for each and every individual, Utkarsh has used like 8 times and so 5 times. Divya has used R only 2 times. Rahul has used ya 2 times and R 6 times. Shubhankar has used so filler word 5 times and R 3 times. Mandeep has used so 9 times but 5 times. Suresh has used so 6 times, 2 times, and yes 5 times. Sandeep has used 6 times. Mohit has used 4 times. 5 times. So my counter report goes like this. And now, with that, I would like to call upon stage our last evaluator, that is TM Rahul, for the timer report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Noreen, for calling me on stage for the My Timers report. As a timer, I'll be very brief. So Toastmaster Shubhankar in his speech took 8 minutes and 20 seconds. The time allotted at max was 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Toastmaster Mandeep used healthy time, which is 5 minutes, 46 seconds, well within the time limits. Kudos. Toastmaster Suresh took 7 minutes and 4 seconds, again well within the grace period. Kudos to you as well. Coming to the evaluators, Toastmaster Rahul, myself, I took 3 minutes, 36 seconds, 6 minutes 6 seconds overshooting the time limits. Toastmaster Divya took 1 minute and 28 seconds. I think she just missed the qualifying criteria by 2 seconds. But nonetheless, Toastmaster Sandeep took 3 minutes and 42 seconds. So all of us, all three evaluators were kind of all over the mark when it comes to the timings. Coming to the table topics, now I see some healthy spread here. Toastmaster Divya unfortunately took 57 seconds, which is not expected from my experienced Toastmaster. Guest Kunal took 33 seconds. I think that is okay in the beginning, but you could have expanded on what you were saying earlier. Toastmaster Noreen took 1 minute and 17 seconds. Toastmaster Mandeep took 1 minute and 4 seconds. Toastmaster Sandeep took 1 minute and 6 seconds. Toastmaster Rahul, myself, took 2 minutes and 7 seconds. I think I like to speak a lot. Toastmaster Shubhankar took 1 minute and 31 seconds. Toastmaster Utkarsh took 1 minute 38 seconds. Toastmaster Suresh took exactly 2 minutes. And Toastmaster Mohit took 1 minute and 58 seconds. That's all from my side. Back to the general evaluator.
Thank you, TM Rahul. So with that, we come to the end of the meeting. And I would say what a lovely meeting it was. Right from the beginning till the end, I think there is not a single time when I lost the interest, except for one time when I lost my connection. I'm sorry for that. So, right from the beginning, I would like to start that with the role of Sa, that is played by TM Rahul. I really like that how he started, when we come and when we introduce the rules. Then that seems generally most of the time very boring. But he introduced it in a very interesting way by having this activity of do's and don'ts that I like, really like. So kudos for that. And then I'll come to our team or of the day, that is TM Utkarsh. I really love the topic, and I think what makes the topic more real is that he wearing a kurta, so it makes it all the more relatable. And he tried throughout. I think he has divided all of the topic in different sections, which I like the most. Like right from the beginning, he started with the food and what you like about the wedding and whether you are in favor of it or not. And then after we have the speech segment, he introduced with the topics of dance and some humor also with the cameraman on the face. And I think he covered each and every aspect of the wedding. So I really like how he covered the topic, a single topic, thoroughly and make it all the more interactive. So kudos for that. And then I'll come to the general evaluator part. So evaluate myself as well. So for me, I think, and for every general evaluator, I would say to recognize the name and the sequence, and that I missed for that, and I'm really sorry for it. So I'll try to, if whenever in future I'll try to take this role of general evaluator, I'll try to keep a track of all the names in advance so that I will not mess up the with the sequence on that moment. And apart from it, the second segment that we have, sorry, the first segment that we have, the speeches. So I would say the speeches were like very, very, very nice. And I think the topics is something which actually, even like my mother was listening on the she was sitting there and she was listening also to the meeting, and she also get involved in the topics, the ghost one. And I really like the overall concept, even if Suresh did forget his speech for like a span of time, but I love how he handled it. The stage presence is really good, so kudos for that. And the now I will come to the like the topic of that on this like on the spot table topics. So I really like the topics and the creativity that Mohit put in the topics. It's I think make it all the more really nice. And for the speech evaluators, I think you guys have motivated me to give a speech next time, because I really love the evaluation part. Firstly, whenever you guys came and you start with a quote, and that's what makes like you are actually into it and you are actually putting your effort, and that's what I really like. So I will definitely try to give one speech in the maybe next to next meeting. So this is my overall evaluation, and for except for the G part, I think everything and almost all the part has gone right. So sorry for my end again. So yeah, this is all from my end, and with that I would like to hand over the stage to our president, uh, TM Suresh. Over to you. Okay, I should call upon stage TM Timor, but I think okay.
Thank you so much, TM. Noreen, considering the time, I think I would love to take the stage with me. And I think meanwhile, I'll request Toastmaster Kunal and Toastmaster Noreen to share their kind of evaluation of who was the best speaker, who is the best evaluator. These two we need in the maybe guest group. Guest Kunal can share into the guest group who will he loved the most, evaluator and the speaker, and Toastmaster Noreen can vote into the members group. Yeah. And meanwhile, I invite guest Kunal to share the feedback. How was his experience about this meeting? What improvement we can do in our coming meetings? So over to you, guest Kunal.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Suresh. So I think so before joining, I was very like I was thinking like maybe should I join or not, because I've never joined this kind of online and the offline version as well. So yeah, this was very interesting for me. The same vibe I'm getting because since I have joined one like a Toastmaster that was in the Millennium Toastmaster, which was in sector 45 or 46. So I really like that. And I think this is also very interesting for me. The impromptu session where I have to think on it, the creativity of the question, that's very amazing. And the way you all give this speech, that was very good. So I really like the experience and I would love to be a part of the next event as well. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Gas Kunal, and I hope you have shared your favorite speaker and evaluator in the Gas group. And with that, thank you so much. And I invite you to become the member of our club. And I just want to, close with one thing that if you really want to go ahead with your leadership and communication journey, go ahead, join any of the club. I'm not saying that you must join this club only, but you must start today because going forward, if you don't join at this moment of time, you may regret that you have wasted lots of time. So that's only, saying.
Any of the division edge.
Yeah, of course. And with that, I think we can close the meeting. And in fact, I request Gas, Kunal, and Noreen not to leave this meeting. We would love to have a group photograph with all of you. And I request if you can come on camera so that we can have that. Right? Okay. So he is a Toastmaster, but still on the, demand of our VP education, I would invite you to share your feedback, please. You can share from there also. You just take the mic. It will save our time. Yeah.
So overall, I mean, it was really nice interaction with everyone here. Definitely out of my comfort zone. It is a different club now, but I mean, I joined first as a guest here and then moved to that club. Here, the good part is that all of us get a chance to speak on the different topics, on our thinking, on our toes, as well as I got chance to do a speaking session also. So overall, I mean, I really like coming here. Sureshji and Toastmaster Divya has been kind enough to offer me a slot today. So thank you for that. Thank you.
Let's guys move to the stage. Let's have a photo. Kunal left. Okay. Any? Please move to the stage. Please don't cover our audience at the back, which is at online. Okay, we will. Okay, so we have TM Utkarsh. Please hold it. TM Divya, TM Svankar. Where I'll. Can you shift a little bit, Toastmaster Sandeep? I request you, please. Let's not cover our people at the back. I'll also come somewhere. I'll come and stand here. I'm not covering. I hope I am not that tall. Let me take one more. Yes. Can you please come that side? Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. It's such a great session, and I'll try to definitely visit maybe next weekend because next weekend also I'll be at home. So,
Thank you
everyone,
so much. We would love to have you, Toastmaster Noreen.
sure, sure.
Thank you, Kunal. We are now closing the meeting.
Yeah. Thank you.
The dinner